Alright, round 2, try and do better. I'll play first. No, this is just way too slow. And this is alright. Never actually played a Palace Legion Limited, so I'd like to give that a shot. Hopefully we can kind of get a little bit of a board stall going and then just slam this and then just kind of win. Oops. Sorry guys. I missed a little bit of recording there. Nothing special happened. He kept his 7, I kept the 6 you saw before. And this happened. We got him for a point, he gained a life there. Just put the marshal down. I may want to trade these guys because I don't know which mode I'll pick on the Palace Siege. I might just pick the draw creature every upkeep. Might be stronger mode than drain 2 every turn. That could be overpowered more likely than drawing typhoid rats every turn. To hit a second black source. I think we maybe just attack with the Marshal because we have the Palace Siege in hand. That's a problem. I think we just have to reach the shadows that, like, right now. So we don't need double black to flip him, but we do need to get up to 7 mana. I should have put the land beforehand to kind of induce him to trade more likely. Because I can, with 5 mana, I can flip this up into something better, but... So this flips up 5 power, which can at least trade with the Cobra. Slumgar Butcher. Can force trade rat with rat. It's weird how he's being very protective of this Jeskai Sage. Let's see. We attack with the Marshal, he blocks with the Cobra, and then we butcher, sacrifice typhoid rats to kill the Cobra. So he's turn 6. Oh, yeah, he could hit a 5th land and slam something like a 3/3 dragons. Which, it's possible also he doesn't block. I'm okay with attacking. Maybe he just trades with the rats. I don't think he'd do that. I think either no blocks or blocks with the cobra. No, he did it with the rats. Okay. Alright, so we have that. I think maybe we just play this to DC's Faithful and sacrifice it to bounce the Cobra. No, that seems bad. All these. Where's my second black source? Maybe it should be a 10-7. Maybe just play a 3/3. No, that's ridiculous. In case he has another interceptor or some flyer we want to kill. Maybe we just do nothing. Actually, yeah, let's just do nothing. Yeah, I think we gotta run the blocks on this. No blocks, no attack. Sign up Ugin. Alright. I think we just take the recycle mode on this. Which is cons. And just Faithful. Bounce the flyer. It's going to be very hard for him to win now. They do not do enchantment removal in blue and black. We can bounce this. So I think in this case we just get back Marshall, can just jam that. Just play a 4/6 ground guy. We're going to want to keep putting out our land drops. Could potentially have wanted to butcher the north. Probably should have done it actually. And then run that with the Death Toucher? I don't know. It's possible we're going to have to eat the Dutiful Tenant and get the Interceptor back, and then we kill that with the Butcher. So it would be... That guy doesn't really do anything. Yeah, alright. So yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna sacrifice this to that. I think we exploit him just because we can then recycle him. Kill Morph, which was Monster, the War Master. Yep, go. You just want to sit around and not die, basically. Can just keep bouncing the sign of Ugin indefinitely until we draw an answer to it. That's not going to be Reach of Shadows. Yeah, just come at me, bro. Throwing in 2/2 at some point won't be the worst thing. Who's getting back? The Interceptor. Targeting Interceptor. Okay. So we can get back the Butcher and deal with the Interceptor. And we get a draw step. Assign moving. Guess we get CDC's Faithful. And our draw step yields nothing great. I think we do this. I think we might actually dash that out. How's that? This is an attack for 6. Could have just hard cast him. Maybe hard cast him is better. So we know his hand is Dragon, Interceptor, Unknown. Ochitai Summons. Sure. Again, recycle the bounce. Actually, no, we're gonna last gas for that, I think. Yep. Maybe. It's an interesting choice. I think we do that. Guess we can Minister of Pain and Butcher. 1, 2, 3, yeah, that works. And he's got an empty board. He does get to draw a card, which is fine. Definitely should have hard cast this guy last turn. Especially like this just, I mean, just sucks up our mana. Plays a morph. It's probably the Interceptor. Another morph. Should not be the Interceptor. What do we want to get? Definitely. Guess we get the Butcher. So this one's probably the Interceptor. Go ahead and attack. Potentially a Sadist for the win if he doesn't block. Siege seems pretty good in this matchup anyway. There are definitely ones where it would not be that good. Interceptor was the other one. So, yep. Pretty grindy one. So what's good in a grindier matchup? Duress potentially. Potentially Glint, although I'm trying to remember I didn't see that much removal from him. Definitely not Ujita's Breath or the Skullkeeper. So what's not very good against him? Karsi Sadist is pretty poor. Skirmisher. Skirmisher is also pretty bad. Sidisi's Faithful. Probably not great. Reduced in stature. Vulture's Avens are great. Assuming, based on what we saw, I am the more controlling of the control decks. I have Palace Siege and Sage Eye Avengers. I think I want to take out the Sadist for maybe either a Glint or Duress. They're both, like, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I saw him really play a removal spell. Which also makes both of these bad. I don't know. I just saw, like, 0 stuff. I guess we'll go with the Glint. Duress. I'm gonna go with the duress because I passed the blue siege. I'm assuming he got it. I would like to get it while I can, which is before it gets cast for sure. Because like I said, blue black does not work. So this hand is probably should have switched to 10-7, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep this anyway because we're on the draw and this is like another draw step. At least play morphs now. Also, we did have Palace Siege, which is probably the best card in this matchup if we can ever cast it. Cast it. So, just does almost nothing. We keep drawing islands, which is sweet. Debating whether I'm supposed to hold this back or whether I'm supposed to get in for money damage. So you could potentially dash something in. And I would for sure like to trade with it, but if he's dashing, that's like not that bad for me. He spends his next turn just dashing. Basically, if we just rip swamp and then we're good. It could just be solid gold. Wandering Tomb Shell, sure. Gurmag Drowner. So we're not going to. Yeah, we're just gonna have to cast the Drowner. I'm not gonna. I think if I attacked, he probably wouldn't block, but he might. He shouldn't block, but if he does block, it's just so much worse for me. And 1 point of damage is probably not going to decide this matchup. So we are going to want to stack the trigger so that we get our draw step before the impulse effect. So we put the Drowner's effect on the stack first. So we draw. Reach of Shadows, okay. Wow, we're just on mono, no swamps anywhere. So we could at least cast the Marsh Hulk face down if we don't hit our black source. Don't think we need an island. Sultai Emissary and Vulture's Haven would be sweet, but I guess we'll take the card we could actually cast. And we're not in the cleanup phase yet, but boy, we're getting close. So at this point we have 9 swamps out of 24 cards. We're pretty favored to hit one in the next 2 draw steps, but we were more favored to hit it earlier. We were between the Jeskai Sage and the Impulse. We were probably over 90, close to 90% to hit a swamp. Alright, so I think we cast the Marsh Hulk face down. And then Faithful Bounce the Monk. Just exploit it to itself. Just try and buy as much time as possible. like we're actually, for not hitting a swamp anytime, like we're actually still in this game, which it probably has more to do with their opponent having to roll it pretty that start than us doing anything great. But eventually, you know, we'll either die or we'll draw a swamp. I wouldn't argue with you, particularly if you said I should have mulliganed this hand. But you have to admit this is well below par. I mean, we've gone through 10 cards in our library and not hit one swamp. And at that point, our deck was 9 out of 33 cards for swamps. So basically 1 in 4, and we went 0 for 10. Pretty unlikely. But things happen. That guy's pretty good. He's gonna exploit the tower shell, I guess. That guy's really good. Although our board can somewhat deal with it right now. This duress is just bleh. Alright, yeah, we can't do anything. So I think we just have to just kind of, let's see what happens here. Monk comes in for sure. If that's the only thing, like, we're still, yeah. If he had a combat trick or something to punch this, we would be in much bigger shape. We can take 2. Cloud form. That's a bit of an issue. Hopefully that's just a 2/2 flying hexproof. Dutiful attendant, sure. Alright, we got there. We got there. So, options. We can Void Squall, bounce the flyer, and then bounce a zombie, I guess. We also could bounce the cloud form, but that's just not really great because this thing sticks around as a manifest, and then he can just do it again. We could Reach of Shadows, like the Grave Crawler, which is currently stalemated by our Drowner. Or we could basically Vulturous Aven, probably sacrifice the Marshulk to draw 2, lose 2. We'd actually have to clean up at that point, which I don't think we're getting much value out of this duress. So that's not that big a deal. Just put another 2/3 put a 2/3 flyer on the board. I have Tim to think he doesn't have any. He definitely doesn't have any combat tricks to pump through. He probably doesn't have a. He might have a bounce spell. I don't think he has a removal spell. I think the Void Squall is just slightly better. Although it is a little Like if we draw, I don't know, if we draw another land, there's only 3 islands left in the deck and 6 swamps. But if we do draw an island next turn, it would be better to be able to cast Typhoid Rats and that at the same time. And I already have the Vulture's Haven on board. But we'll see. We can just take 2 again this turn, that's pretty solid. Definitely will block the Dutiful Full Attendant. You can have your Wandering Tomb Shell back. This is acceptable. Acceptable. Yep. Alright. This is probably what he should have. Don't think we turn down that. I think we have to trade off there. Probably. I guess he's... It could be just slamming in the zombies so we don't bounce them. I guess that's what he's doing. So we could stalemate block there, trade there. And then we bounce the other zombie. It's also possible. We are at 18. We could just stalemate block there, or just take the free one. Hopefully the free one, and then we take 5. If this flips, I mean we're kind of boned. But if he actually does flip it, then we can bounce the cloud form and then reach his shadows, whatever's underneath. So we block here, we take 7. There. I think we gotta be a little bit more careful with our life total. This guy is probably not gonna beat him out too much anyway. We are up on cards, we are up on clock. I'm definitely behind somewhat on board, but not too badly. Not that far behind on life. Bunch of cards in hand. He's got a fair amount of cards in hand too, but my opponent has disconnected. Alright then. I will see you guys when he reconnects. So it looks like my opponent has timed out. What's going on here? Shouldn't it, I assume my opponent timed out. I hope it's not me that's timing out. Oh, Moto. Moto. Why? Why do we do these things? Yes, I did indeed win. So let's see if this game had not ended how would it turned out potentially. So I would have bounced the zombie, draw. Oh, Moto. Yes. This is another reason I haven't been streaming that much, or recording, is that Magic Online has a few bugs, to put it mildly, which is really, really annoying. Like, just Magic's great, and I feel like if they could just fix this damn program, they could make so much money off of it. So much. Like, whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna restart the client, and I'll see you guys for round 3.